everybody. This is Birds Huddle, powered by PointsBet. I'm Amy Huddle. He is Barrett Brooks. And B, it is great to have football back. You're also reminded, though, these preseason games, sometimes they're a bit of a tough watch. Not the most aesthetically pleasing game I've ever seen.
Right. We fought our way through it. I mean, I love football. Football is football. But, you know, come on. You fight your way to a tie to Cleveland. Cleveland of all franchises, you know. But it did get a little long in the tooth, you know. See, that's why you gain weight during football season. Going and having to, watch that game, you're going to eat a little more, eat a couple more wings, and a couple more pieces of pizza. It was a tough one. But, hey, they didn't lose.
The fans powered through with their pizza and wings. We powered through. The Eagles powered through themselves. Let's check out Barrett's three-point stance. B, first up, Eagles got bit by the injury bug. Pretty big time when you think about it last night. Couple of scary ones. You saw Tyree Cleveland and Moro Ojomo both needing to be carted off. Eagles announced today they both have concussions, with Tyree Cleveland also having a neck sprain. That is good news considering what could have been. It was a scary sight out there. However, cornerback Zach McPherson out for the season with a torn Achilles. This comes less than a week after Sean Bradley also tore his Achilles. So your first stance is the Eagles' depth is going to be tested with the loss of McPherson.
Yeah, and just to start off with, I'm gonna get to the cornerbacks, because we have a lot of cornerbacks right now, so we'll be able to fill that void. And Zach McPherson, really good guy. I talked to him today. Well, I texted him today. He's got the right approach to it. He's gonna go out, work his butt off, and come back. But when I look at the position, of wide receiver, this is one position we can't afford to let anybody go. Tyree Cleveland needs to come back. He has an opportunity of making this team and being productive in this team. At this point, we don't have Covey right now. Britton Covey is key to our special teams. And when you look at the injuries we have with, guys like Bradley not being on the team right now because his Achilles, we need guys to step up and be on special teams now. That's been a big problem this team has been facing for the past 2 or 3 years. I talk about the coaching sometimes, tongue-in-cheek. But you got to have players on this team. You even got to have starters on this special teams in order for it to work right. And when your stars like Bradley goes, and McPherson was definitely a guy that contributed on special teams, you're going to need it. So, Devin Allen got more reps at the wide receiver position because I dare not say it, but if our first 2 wide receivers go down, this is going to be a very serious thing in which who can step up. That 3rd, 4th receiver, who is it going to be? I'm glad these guys are going out there and getting some reps. Just look at what happened.
OZ. Yes. Olamide Zaccheaus.
All right, thank you. That's
what
why
I'm here for.
That's why Amy's here. Olamide Zaccheaus. Yes. Him going out the game the other day, yesterday, that's just one of those things where you can't afford not to have receivers on this team.
You like to say it, can't make the club in the tub.
Can't make the club in the tub, and you don't want to be that guy that they put you out there, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, it was funny because first thing when I saw Tyree Cleveland go down, Reuben Frank had literally just talked about him as a sleeper pick to kind of make this the 4th receiver spot. So it was interesting. Hopefully those guys can get back. Concussions obviously are not something you want to fool with at all.
Moro Ojomo, him going down, and that's another thing. We're not deep at the defensive line position, the defensive tackle position. Maybe on the outside with the D-ends, but the D-line, the tackle position, we're not that deep at that position right now.
Injury bug came up to bite them. Last night was also the first chance, though, to see Nakobe Dean lead the Eagles defense. Dean missed the first preseason game against the Ravens, second-year linebacker, thankful to knock off a little rust.
First couple of snaps, I feel like, all right, I got to just slow down and just kind of get relaxed. After about the 3rd or 4th, 5th snap, it's like, all right, I'm more comfortable now. I'm back in the swing of things. So yeah, it's been a while since you've been out there going full speed, able to hit somebody.
Hit somebody not in an Eagles uniform is always fun. So Dean played 17 snaps last night against the Browns, forced a fumble at the goal line that was recovered by the Birds. So your second stance is Nakobe Dean showed the Eagles why everyone is so high on him.
No question. Some guys just aren't practice guys that don't practice well. I'm not saying they did practice well, but Nakobe he didn't flash in camp as far as practicing, but he flashed in this game. He had to slow it down a little bit. He had to go out, read his reads, make sure he diagnosed the play, where he fits in his defense, because a lot of the times guys try to go, too fast and then they're overrunning stuff or undercutting stuff. He just need to get a sense of, all right, I'm playing now, let me relax. Let me woos out for a second. Let me play the game that I've been supposed to play, specifically on the play where he caused a fumble on it. I mean, he even said it. You know, the guard blocked down. He watched. He made his reads. Once the guard blocks down, he knows that somebody has to come and replace him. So he shot the gap and got there before the guy that was supposed to block him even was able to do that. He was over there to make a play. Those are the type of things I can see Nakobe Dean doing. He may be slight in stature, but I've seen him played against guys that can go out there and really make a difference, even though they're small. He's fast. He diagnoses the game, super intelligent, has a high football acumen. He's going to be a good player for this team. I'm fine with him being a starting middle linebacker right now.
Wow, I like it. Don't look now, though, B, but we might have a quarterback controversy on our hands. At the backup spot anyway. Marcus Mariota did not look great again last night. Called his performance after that game sloppy. Rookie Tanner McKee put together another second straight performance. Take a look at what they've done through 2 preseason games. Now, yes, it is the preseason, but these are where you need to see what these guys can do. Mariota, 9-year vet, with just over 50% of his throws for only 86 yards with an interception. McKee, 10 of 18, including a few drops from his receivers, 147 yards and a touchdown. So, Barrett, your third stance is Tanner McKee has given the Eagles something to ponder about that backup QB spot. They said no, but I feel like they might be.
I mean, 9 years, a rookie. $5 million, about $350 million, maybe $400 million.
$350,000.
Yeah, you know, $350,000. Yeah,
not yet for Tanner McKee.
Not yet, but yeah. We know that, you know, Marcus Mariota is going to be the second-team quarterback. He will be the backup. They're paying him $5 million reasons to be the backup quarterback. But Tanner McKee is going out there and showing what coaching can do, how you can absorb what a coach is saying and go out there. And I understand why he's playing the way he's playing, because he was a blank slate when he first got here. The coach were able to sit down and really force-feed him everything, so he was just a blank slate. At this point, Marcus Mariota's not. He's going to take a little longer for him to, you know, get things in and really become the player we need him to be. Nick Foles was the same way when we first got him. It took him a while to get him acclimated to the offense that they needed to have when they won the Super Bowl that year, because at that point, he wasn't the guy. He was not the guy, you know. It's going to take a little bit. You know, they're going to be able to make sure that Marcus Mariota gets this offense. So we can't just give up on him now. But I'll tell you what, he's going to have to listen to coaching a little more intently. He's going to have to listen to coaches and understand what he needs to do. Break it all the way down. Go back to mechanics. Go back to, you know, being the guy that can go out there and just read, diagnose, and play fundamental football. That's where he needs to do. Go back to the old school, get fundamentally sound, and here's a coaching staff to do it before he, you know, virtually plays himself out of being the second-team quarterback.
Yeah, McKee is certainly making his case.
No question. They're getting the same coaching.
Exactly.
Same playbook.
Doing a bit more.
Right.
Got one more chance against the Colts. Not that it's, you know, his job to take, but it's definitely Mariota's to lose. Let's check out our Back in My Day presented by Carrier. Turn to the experts. So, Barry, you know how important it is to have the confidence in your backup quarterback. You know that firsthand. You obviously have seen it over the years as well.
No question. You know, just going back to, you know, my last couple of years with the Steelers, at that point, Tommy Maddox was the starter. First game, we win the first game. We go down to Baltimore. Baltimore spanks us, knocks, you know, Tommy out the game, and here comes this rookie quarterback comes in. At that point, he was Ben Roethlisberger, rookie Roethlisberger.
People didn't even know how to say his name.
No, nobody even knew how to say his name, but then he turns around, runs off like 15 straight games and becomes Big Ben after that season. You know, you just got to understand, you got to have a quarterback that can, you know, run the ship when the starter's not there. We've seen the same thing happen with Nick Foles. You know, you knock out Carson Wentz. Foles comes in and wins us the Super Bowl. That backup quarterback has become a commodity these days, and they're paying top dollar for these backup quarterbacks. So that's why it's so important for this Eagles team, and, you know, especially with Howie Roseman, that he brings in a solid backup quarterback, because he understands you might need this guy. You don't want to need him, but you just might need him, and you need a guy back there that is confident enough to be a starter in this league.
Yes, I love that. Big Ben Roethlisberger. He turned out actually okay.
Yeah, he turned out okay. You know,
just like Nick Foles. 2 Super Bowl guys there. Let's check out our first break now as we go to the commercial. We tell you about the playbook. Nakobe Dean is a lock for one linebacker spot. So who is going to be lining up next to him week 1 against the Patriots? Barrett's going to weigh in on that. And we're going to hear from Nolan Smith, who's still looking for his first sack in the pros. Birds Huddle, powered by PointsBet, is coming right back.
Birds Huddle is powered by PointsBet. It's time to step up your same-game parlay with SGP Combo. Combine bets from multiple games and build the ultimate parlay. PointsBet, your move.